What's up? It's the Morning Momentum, and we are back for season 2.
I'm excited.
Let's go.
And I think we should apologize first because it was a bit unannounced when we took our break.
A little bit.
You know, we weren't expecting it, so
it was a busy time.
It was much needed, I think. It allowed us to regroup and get some fun ideas for season 2.
Oh my gosh, yes. And Ethan, my gosh, I think it's finally starting to become summer. It's amazing. And, dude, we had to celebrate.
We did.
And so why don't you tell our fine listeners here what we have in front of us, because not everybody can see what we have in front of us.
As the weather's getting warmer and it's starting to become summer, we thought we would get a nice beverage that exemplifies the weather, and we picked...
You only find it really when it's, like, going to be warm outside.
Mm-hmm. We got boba. I got Boba Tea, and Richie got... What'd you get?
I got boba in my lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade.
I got strawberry lemonade, and my boba is blueberry. Now, yours, though, is a little different than mine.
I got the traditional. I'm not into...
I'm sorry, yours was crazy.
Boba culture. It took a long time to make.
So we do need to give a shout out to Grounds for Pleasure.
Yes.
Grounds for Pleasure coffee shop here in Tipp City, Ohio. If you're ever passing through or you live over this way, make sure you check them out. I'm gonna share this, and then have you tried yours yet?
I haven't.
Okay, so
I haven't had boba tea before.
We're gonna be a part of this with Ethan. It could be a really bad experience for us all today. I
might die if I choke on this thing.
Mine's blueberry, and if you've never had boba before, if you're like, okay, explain to me like I'm 5. This is how I would explain it to you if you were 5 years old. It's like a Gusher. Remember the Gusher fruit snacks? Mm-hmm. It's
Gushers
like that.
Really good.
And it's weird. It's like Russian roulette because not every drink has boba in it. Mm-hmm. But when you get that shot of boba, all of a sudden it's just like, whew, and you just got like, it's crazy though. But it like bursts in your mouth the second it touches your tongue. Yeah. It explodes. Mm-hmm. The boba's blueberry.
Yes.
The lemonade strawberry. Mm-hmm. It's a really good combination.
Is it? When you picked the strawberry lemonade with the blueberry, I thought about that because I was like, I'm not sure if that would be good. But
it's pretty solid. It's just like if I would have had one other berry to put, it would be like a triple berry smoothie or something like that, you know? So it worked out.
That's good.
So yours, Ethan, before you take a drink of this, why don't you go ahead and explain what just took place to get this drink? Because it was insane. Like, they almost charged you by the hour for this drink.
We got there. You ordered your drink.
Yes.
You and I ordered my drink, and you got yours within, I don't know, under a minute.
45
definitely.
seconds.
Yeah. We stood there for, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe more.
They were making this drink because they had to cook the boba.
Yeah.
Which I think here, well, I don't know. I didn't watch the process as much as you did.
I watched it. Now they took like an ice cream scoop full of honey, like an insane amount of honey.
Okay.
And they mixed it, and I can actually see it in your drink right now where it's kind of separated at the bottom. So you're probably gonna want to mix it up before. But these things they put them they cooked them in the microwave with honey and some tea, some other stuff. And cooked it all together. Then they strained them out and dumped them in the cup. Now, we were concerned a little bit because we thought maybe this is a hot drink.
Get a hot piece of boba down your throat.
That would be very awful.
It would be pretty bad.
But it's cold. Mm-hmm. And then they did, do you remember what kind of tea it was? Just a normal?
They used black tea.
Black tea, okay. Mm-hmm. And then they put a little bit half and half. And we're talking like not even an ounce of half and half. I mean, just a small amount. So... Ethan, without us waiting any longer.
I wasn't nervous, but you said you were nervous for me earlier, and now I'm a little nervous.
Well, I'm looking at this drink, okay? For those of you that can't see this, we'll post a picture of it on social media here. Let me take a picture real quick, Ethan, with your... Perfect, I got it. And I'll mix mine up a little bit and get a little shot of mine so you can see what mine looks like. But his doesn't look like tea. It's like that half and half really consumed the drink. Like it's
I think it looks like tea. A lot of people put a lot of milk in their tea nowadays.
really.
And it gets light like that, yeah.
I've never been a tea drinker, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see what this is like. Well, that was a lot of boba that just got in there.
Yeah, you chew this away from the mic.
They gave us special straws, in case you're wondering. These straws are maybe a ½ inch in diameter.
They're like milkshake straws.
They're like big milkshake straws, and these so the bobas can go up and through the straws. And Ethan just took a drink.
I got two. What do you call them? Bobas? Is that?
They're boba.
Okay.
Yeah, they're boba.
That was really good.
Was it good?
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I think she said that yours was tapioca.
Tapioca.
Tapioca. I'm getting there, okay?
Tapioca.
Tapioca. All
Yeah.
right.
I'll be honest, they didn't have that much flavor when I chewed them,
Okay.
but you got all the tea and you could taste the honey in it, and it was good.
So
I like this drink.
Sweet? Would you go sweet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, it tastes like tea with the honey,
okay.
and then maybe the boba has influence. I can't tell, but
that was a lot of boba.
it's really good though.
He just got like
It's very
10
dangerous
boba.
drink. I would say this is the most dangerous drink I've ever drank.
I completely agree with you on this because you don't know. Some drinks you like take a quick drink and it's like nothing comes
And
out
just get
except for some tea or some lemonade, and the next time you get bombarded with
I got
boba.
3 of them. I was like, and it wasn't coming out, and it was like, that's insane. I'm not gonna drink anymore on the podcast.
Do yours explode?
Uh-uh.
No,
They're
okay.
like gummies.
Mine explode.
Okay.
They like boom. It's like it's crazy though.
That was intense. I probably won't drink anymore.
Well, happy warm weather to you, sir.
You too.
I'm so glad it's here. I'm not a cold weather person
Me neither.
at all. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've thought often about this. Like, why do I live in Ohio if I don't like cold weather?
Yeah.
Like, why do I not just make the decision just to let's just go?
Yeah.
You know, Arizona. I don't know. Not Arizona. I'm a beach person. I love the beach.
Why'd you say Arizona?
I don't know because I liked Arizona when we went that one time. Like it's
Yeah.
it's probably I know there's definitely more beautiful places, but Arizona was beautiful. It was breathtaking. I mean, the Grand Canyon, and then I'm gonna say like driving. I never touched my phone. Like I
Yeah.
just watched out the window the entire time.
When you were driving?
I wasn't driving. We were in a bus.
I know. It's just funny 'cause you're like, driving, I never touched my phone. Like, yeah, I probably shouldn't.
We were in a bus. We were in a bus going around and like going through like Sedona and all these other
That was
places.
beautiful,
Like
yeah.
unbelievable. And it was just really cool. Like if you've never been, like we drove from Phoenix to the Grand Canyon, and I was not aware of this. And maybe you were because you're a geologist and everything. But I had no idea that you had to go up to go to the Grand. Like I thought the Grand Canyon was like a hole in the earth, but truly, like it's not. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it's not really a hole in the earth. It's more of you go in elevation and it's a hole in the rock. Not so much going southwise. Am I wrong?
You're correct. I don't want to say anything wrong either. As a geology,
but geologist.
what we're on there, I think, is called the Colorado Plateau.
Okay.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's this huge plateau over the west of America, and so I think it cut down through that because water cuts down to sea level, right? So it cut down through that. But what was cool was when we went to Sedona. That was the edge of the plateau, so that's why it was real flat. And then you got these huge rock faces and all this cool stuff.
Oh, they were unbelievable. And I don't remember what it was called. Was it Red Rock Gorge? Is that what the thing was called that we went to?
When we went down,
Yeah.
that was Antelope Canyon.
Antelope Canyons. That's what it was called. The most
That was
breathtaking
cool.
scenery
That was really cool.
you'll ever see in your life. I will be honest with you. Like, if you've never done it before, it's really cool. Like, you go, you have a tour guide. They tell you how to take pictures. If you didn't have an iPhone, they really dogged on you the whole time, which was really funny. But like, they tell you before you go in, if it starts to rain like 30 miles north of here, we need to get out.
Yeah.
And they're like, because we don't care about the weather here. We care about the weather there because that's just going to come gushing down this. Mm-hmm. And they're like showing you on the walls, like, this was last week. This is how high the water was. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was intense.
It was awesome, though.
It was cool, though, because when you walk to the entrance, it's just all flat. There's this crack, you know, on the ground. You don't really think anything of it, but then you go down and it's just, you're under, I don't know, it's cool. Because on top, it's nothing. But
no, yeah, you're right. I mean, on top, you're just kind of like, what's going on? And when you come out, it's just like this exit out of the earth. Like, it's like the craziest thing ever. But yeah, no. But I'm telling you, man, for scenery, oh, man. And now I know your brother, he posted some pictures the other day of some pretty awesome places that he's been in his life, too. So I was never much of a hiker, but I'm becoming. Like,
I love hiking.
My wife and I like to go hiking sometimes. And so, like, I would love to go see some of those places.
Yeah. It'd be cool.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were telling me about a place called Redwood Forest.
California?
Yeah. And that there are trees that are so big that you can drive a car through them. Like, they hollow out the...
Yeah. Have you never heard of redwoods before?
Well, I've heard of redwoods. Like, we actually had when I was doing construction, we actually had a job that they wanted some stuff done in redwood.
That's...
expensive.
I was going to say, is that even allowed?
I don't know. I hope so.
Because there used to be a ton of them, and they all got cut down during,
Well, it was old wood.
It
was old wood, but yeah, I don't know.
They're huge because they're fire resistant. So when everything burns down, they just keep growing.
It's crazy,
they're so
man.
big. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I say all that to say I do prefer the water. I prefer to sit on the beach, so they don't have that in those areas. But they're breathtaking, though. God's work is incredible. Like, it is just so cool to see how he works.
Yeah.
And I wish that there was some of that here in Ohio.
Well, to answer your question why you're here and not somewhere else is I think you're doing good stuff here in Ohio. Maybe that's why you're here.
We are. It's been fun, man. It's crazy. But yeah, it's been rewarding. A lot of our listeners don't know this, Ethan, but we just celebrated a pretty good milestone the other day as our church.
Mm-hmm.
Your 2-year anniversary.
My what?
2-year anniversary here at Movement Church happened May 1st.
Mine?
Yours. Can you believe
Why
that?
didn't we do anything?
Because I forgot about it
I didn't even know.
until it popped up on Facebook and said, "Congratulations, Ethan." And I was like, "What's up?"
Well, all right. Well, I guess this is it then. This is Boba Tea.
This is our celebration for Ethan being on staff at the Movement for 2 years. Let's
I didn't
go.
know that. That's pretty cool.
That's insane.
Awesome.
It's crazy to think that I've had a staff member for 2 years at the church.
This is the longest job I've ever had.
Oh my gosh. I feel so honored.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for hiring me.
Yeah. Thank you for sticking around.
I do my best.
Oh, man.
It's hard.
Dude, so we just made a pretty big announcement at the church.
Mm-hmm.
I just got some boba.
I know. I think
so
this is probably a little bit bigger than my 2-year anniversary.
I don't know. The 2 years is pretty big, though.
I know, but I feel like this is probably more important than my 2 years.
Dude, it's so crazy. Should we tell them if they haven't heard already?
I guess probably.
We're getting the carpets cleaned. It's going to be amazing.
It smells horrible in here right now, and we can't wait to get them cleaned.
Oh, man. Wouldn't that be awesome?
If we got our carpets
cleaned? If that was the announcement.
Yeah.
Like, we hype it up.
More exciting than 2 years here is... finally.
The next time that we go to clean carpets, we're going to hype it for like 3 weeks that we have a big announcement. And then Sunday morning, we're going to be like, we're picking the chairs up. Let's go.
Everyone stack the chairs. We're cleaning carpets today. That's funny.
I think that's awesome. Well,
we're not cleaning carpets. That's not our big announcement.
No, we are. Well, let me start with this. Can I go backwards a little bit?
Yeah.
When we first planted Movement Church, one of the things that I had journaled along the way was that I believe that God was calling us to plant a second church within 2 years of being a church. Mm-hmm. And to have 5 churches within 10 years.
Okay.
So averages every 2 years, That may not be the case. It may be, could be like every 6 months, or who knows what's going to happen.
Right.
But anyways, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And some time went by, and I never really thought about it. And God laid it on our hearts not too long ago that we were going to do something new, something radical, and something that I'm going to tell you it's radical because we're not a monstrous-sized church. Mm-hmm. And God called us, listen to this, to plant our second church. Yeah. And so it was like, okay, that's cool. Like, all right, God. But it wasn't just to plant another movement church. Like, it's movement. But it's to become a recovery church. Mm-hmm. And so we are officially going to be launching this year, 2022, a brand new church plant with movement recovery. And we're going to be teaming up with a group out of North Carolina that we'll be announcing here soon, and it is so exciting with what we're going to be doing with all that. Mm-hmm. And I cannot wait for it. We've got we've had him here on the show before, Pastor Doug.
Yeah.
He's going to be kind of transitioning from like an executive role more to like a campus pastor role, mm-hmm. where he's going to be heading up the our recovery program. And Ethan, I love the idea of recovery. Mm-hmm. Tell me something. When
Sure.
you hear about the word recovery, what is something that you think of?
When I think of recovery, in the sense that we're talking about,
mm-hmm.
I think, and I think most people think this, is like alcoholics and drug addicts kind of thing, recovery, that kind of sense. I think most people think about that. But what we're doing here isn't that. It's kind of a all-encompassing recovery for all that need it in all areas of their life. And I think that's really cool that we're doing that specifically.
Yeah, I think it was very man, I don't know. I guess I could even say life-changing to have heard a testimony from Pastor Doug, mm-hmm. when he talked about, he went to recovery for being an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. And alcohol was literally destroying his life. And he goes to recovery because he's an alcoholic, but while in recovery, he realized that alcohol was a Band-Aid that he was using, mm-hmm. and that there were some other bigger issues that he had to deal with. Yeah. And, I think a lot of times we look at it and go, oh, man, they're in there for alcohol, they're in there for drugs. Well, no, that's the Band-Aid that they were using to cover up the things like, things like self-worth, or things like PTSD, anxiety, depression, different things like that. Mm-hmm. And so anger is a big one. Like, a lot of times you don't think about that because it's not something that you can cure, I guess, in a way. Yeah. you don't go to the doctor for anger, but mm-hmm. that's one of those things that you need recovery from sometimes. Yeah. And even shopping, like, people don't think about that. Shopping.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think about that. Sex
addictions and overspending and there's so many different things out there, mm-hmm. that you can go into recovery for. And this isn't a sit down, hi, my name is, and I have a problem type thing. This is a look, we know the solution for this. Mm-hmm. And the solution was written thousands of years ago, and it was put in the scripture, and Jesus is the reason. Jesus is the solution. And that's what I love about the recovery program that we're going into, is that it all points back to Jesus, mm-hmm. through Jesus. And so I'm super excited about it, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a really cool idea because it just, I don't know. When I think about it, it just feels right that we're doing it for some reason. Because, like, we're a smaller church, and our whole thing is exchange, engage, experience, and we're really here as a group of people all kind of doing this together. We're not, I don't know, we all have our differences and problems, and we're all just trying to, do our thing. So having this recovery church is very, like, I feel like it's what God wants us to do, and it's the right thing because we're not trying to put locations out there to try and convert people to movement church. We're putting that out there to have an open door for people to experience God and kind of recover from these things that, is hurting them in their lives. So I really think it's I feel like it's the right thing that we're doing. So
I'll tell you what, one of the things that I love about recovery and doing this is the fact that, Ethan, I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but I know I have. I've questioned sometimes why things have happened in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, why, God? And why did I go through this? Why did this happen? But then when you have an opportunity to share your life story, your testimony of what you went through with somebody else, and it changes their life, mm-hmm. that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And what I think is so cool about recovery is that it's you go through these steps, you recover yourself, and who knows, it could take a year, it could take 3 years for you, it could take 4 years. But at the end of that, that's not just a clap out, hey, you're done, we're excited for you. That's now your opportunity to help somebody else recover.
Yeah.
And it's a revolving door.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the big things that we're pushing for and that we've been discussing a lot, Ethan, is that when we do this is not about Movement Church.
Right.
If people come here on a Sunday morning, great, fine. But what we want people in the community that have gone through recovery that can come in and speak life to people, mm-hmm. that they come in and they might go to another church in the community. And you know what I want them to do? Invite those people that they're speaking life into to their church.
Yeah.
That's all we want to see is lives changed, mm-hmm. lives exchanged so they can engage and experience what God can do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to go through just our church. If it was just our church, then God would have only planted one church. Mm-hmm. But that's not how it works. And so that's something that we're super excited about here at the movement.
I like that. God would have only planted one church if we only needed one church. That's good. We need multiple churches because,
we're all different. We all look different. We all sound different. And that's the thing that's cool about it. And so, anyways, man, it's going to be a pretty exciting season for us as we begin to move forward with this. Mm-hmm. I'm excited we're back doing the morning momentum, especially moving into, finishing up springtime and everything here, getting ready to move into summertime soon. And for me personally, I know this time of the season, like, I don't know, man. I say this every time I come out of a season, like, oh, man, like, I'm in a season of busyness, and I'm like, I can't wait till this season of busyness is done to start another season of busyness. Mm-hmm. But, like, getting done with Easter as a pastor, it's a crazy time. As a church, you know that. I mean, It's been insane.
A lot of stuff.
And then all of a sudden I come out of that season and look at it and go, now I'm going into a busy time of season with baseball. Yeah. And as some of you might know, I coach baseball. We travel and travel to tournaments on weekends and stuff. And Ethan, I want to talk to you about that real quick.
Okay.
And we can kind of end with this, but because I think this is a good discussion. And maybe let me give you like a little bit of an insight, and then let's talk about this on Friday.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your opinion? Just real quick. No, I'm not even going to go opinion on this one.
Okay.
Have you been in a place...
Wait, am I answering this right now or on Friday?
Right now.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about this. We're going to discuss about this on Friday. What's your thought on teams having games and activities on Sundays? Now, that's the part I do not want you to answer right now because we're going to discuss this on Friday.
Right.
Okay? But I want you to be thinking about that. But have you ever been a part of a sports team, or your siblings ever been a part of a sports team that did travel or did things on Sunday mornings?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know people, friends and stuff that had stuff going on Sunday mornings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. And I think that's one of those things that is just, it's become very normal in our culture today. And I'm not going to go into it on where I stand. We're going to say that for Friday.
Sure.
But I think this is going to be a really good Friday discussion because there's a lot of us here, especially at our church, that we're playing baseball all summer long. Mm-hmm. And then we transition from baseball into soccer. Football really doesn't play on Sundays unless you're the NFL.
Right.
And
we
so
don't have that here at our church.
We don't have any NFL players here at the church yet.
Yet.
But you never know. But like, Ethan, rugby, they play some matches on Sunday.
Yeah.
They have tennis, volleyball, all these different basketball. They all play tournaments, and so we're going to talk about that this coming Friday. And I want to encourage you to come back as we open up this idea and this topic, because this is one that's highly debated in the church and amongst Christians, and I just hope that we can give some good insight onto it, and kind of what we're doing as a church to help with that. And so I'm excited to be able to come back with that. This boba is so good. I want to encourage you, go visit our friends at Grounds for Pleasure Coffee Shop in Tipp City. If you go there anytime in the morning, you're probably going to run into me. That's where I do most of my thinking. My work is done at that coffee shop. I probably spend way too much money there. So if you want to donate to the thinking cause, you can send gift cards to Movement Church, 19 South Tippecanoe Drive, Tipp City, Ohio.
That's us.
45371. And
if you go into Grounds for Pleasure, tell them Richie and Ethan sent you, and then they'll know who sent you. And that's pretty much it.
Please do. Be like, hey, do you know Richie and Ethan with the Morning Momentum? They sent us. And maybe they might, like the next time we walk in, they might say, hey, guys, coffee on us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. If you mention us enough, maybe we can get a sponsor.
Yeah, just every time you go in there, please.
We'll mention them anyway because we like them.
We do. Yeah, so. It was an awesome place. So we can't wait to be back with you on Friday morning, and it's going to be a good week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. And Ethan, real quick, like I celebrate this one. You're done with school now, right? For the summer?
I got an exam tomorrow.
You got an exam tomorrow? Oh, man. Yeah. All right, be praying for Ethan. He's got one more exam.
Today is Billy Joel's birthday.
Today's Billy Joel's birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what we're celebrating.
Hey, favorite Billy Joel song right now. Come
on. Uptown Girl.
Ooh, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
80s.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Okay.
It's a good song. I like that
Not
song.
many people go with the 80s Billy Joel stuff.
There's something about it. It's just...
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know.
I like it. All right. Very cool. I could go with New York State of Mind.
By Nas?
No,
That's
by
not
Billy
Joel. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So, but dude, it's so exciting though. But we are so glad you joined us today for the Morning Momentum. You need to have a great day, conquer the day, go out and make a difference in somebody's life today.
Yeah.
Tell them they're beautiful. Tell them their nice summer hat that they're wearing is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And man,
do it all while listening to Billy Joel.
All while listening to Billy Joel today. Let us know, what is your favorite Billy Joel
Let us know what your favorite Billy Joel song is. If you like them or not, too.
So, yes, absolutely. All right, we'll see you later.
See you Friday.
Bye.